All right, y'all. The next screen is coming up next. We got Green Bay taking on the Indianapolis Colts coming up next. Stay tuned. Grab your tickets. Grab your cold beer. And let's get it going. What's up, Josh? Shout out to the three. Gotta hit that like button, smash it down for me. I'm sure Josh and you. Prince Daniel, welcome in. Shout out to the three who's watching. Shout out to the five who's watching. Yeah, this is like every other week I do this. All right, y'all. Here we go. Green Bay Packers, Indianapolis Colts. Let's go.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings to the Lucha City. Cross fans are facing the field of the striking of the airborne as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in Dallas. Coming up this preseason, you got a solid matchup in store as the Green Bay Packers taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
It was good. Wait, God damn it. Wait a minute, I'm at the, something went wrong, hold up. Let's exit the menu. Hold on, y'all, we're gonna get it right, hold on. Something just went wrong for a second. Play preseason, play for a game. There we go. Sorry, y'all. As I was saying, Green Bay, Indianapolis Colts.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State. Fans proposed to their feet with the striking of the anthem as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in Dallas, Indy. Shout out to we've got a great season and we've got a solid matchup in store as the Green Bay Packers taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Green Bay with the first kickoff.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one? The fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they? I mean, go down there, make a play, get free, and end up with the football. And for the team who was supposed to have the ball, now the defense has to come out on the field. It's a good man. Slow things down. Big scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides.
Green Bay will score.
Josh Jacobs. The trophy. And the Packers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. On here, Brandon McManus with one after.
Green Bay with a PAT.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. They got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It's fielded strong, just a little pass there, called to 26. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just set this thing.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down to the 28. The second down, 8 to go from the 28. Let's go. Yeah, Richardson back to throw. They get him down to the 4, takes it across the 40-yard line. Richardson, look at his loadness.
Green Bay will score.
Packers pick it up. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense, and it's so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. Charlie things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
So you like the credit to the defense there, right?
Yeah, you do.
McManus now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have turned it to a big 14-0 the first quarter lead. 14-0 to Coughlin. But then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, And the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. Brendan McManus picking off for Green Bay. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. They will run the deep a couple of yards short of the 30. The second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Okay, break. Get it. Keep the ball tickling to see it to do Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra deep. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, here it goes.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. This is a so possession will win the quarterback ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they
That's a song Prince.
go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his
Is incomplete. Pressure in on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, I know that song. Oh,
start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
The Sanchez is on the punt here. This sends this shit away. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10.
I'll go with that. All right, boys, and you need that line up.
Come on, back. Ready? Off the play, third.
Come on, Green Bay. Damn.
Now getting the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbooks probably installed. Truly, they handle it easy.
That would have been called. If he would have caught that. If he would have caught that.
Let's try and hit him.
Hold on, boys. Y'all going to time out.
We'll get a timeout.
If they would have caught that,
Remaining as we
that would have got clear.
this first quarter. Now they face a third and 10.
All right, Jacob, I'm about to throw you one. Come on, Jacob, get clear. There you go. There you go. Green Bay, let's go.
And the Packers seeking a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter.
Let's go, Green Bay.
Pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That's going to be history in the making, wouldn't it? We're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens. Like you,
That boy said, I'm finna snatch me one. I ain't finna play with y'all.
That's for the extra point. It's
I ain't finna play with y'all.
plays in that drive. And it ends for the Packers touchdown. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse this is an important possession, but I think this has to be a possession and they come up with an answer because
shout out to the two who watching.
it's time to get the ball.
Here's Richardson to throw. Takes it across the 40-yard line. And the Colts first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. Richardson, the shotgun.
I mean, the bad news of not playing for them was that lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it, able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long.
Here we go.
Now it's Richardson. They'll set up the slows.
They're trying to save me.
Jump into the defender the next way to bring him down. They get 11 back on now. It leads to third down. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Fourth and 8.
He gets this only even 30.
Hey, so they had to kick that off.
It's a punt on 4th down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And Providence flying to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key on him because he is heating them up right now. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense now coming in to get to the perimeter. But that major defensive end, your outside linebackers, the guys that you put big money to sack the quarterback. Yes, that means it's in the as well.
There you go. Nice run. All right, Green Bay. You got to switch it up now.
Yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. It's going to be settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football.
All right, we're going to go for it.
He has a touchdown run.
And you can feel the pride.
All right, Reed, I'm going to need you open.
His offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're keeping up the other side of the scrimmage,
Kenny Reed, 62 yards. And the Packers have
Boy, Reed was ready for one.
we see what a
Jalen Reed.
still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up. I'm not sure what you're saying on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this one. I mean, the way they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And he'll take it up.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. At their own, they've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Looking to put a drive together. Richardson looking to throw. So that is now 2 full-time touchdowns. That's going to become crazy.
Without a doubt, for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up. Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Richardson. It's out, it's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game, and you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Set, ready, set, go.
Here's Jacobs. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
One more time with Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Complete to Michael Pittman.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
That's good for a Colts first down.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Down. Hut, hut.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once
and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Come on, set. Rock. Ready.
Again, it's Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 3rd down and 10.
A gain of 2.
Here we go.
Makes it 3rd down and 2.
Looking to throw. Richardson lets one go downfield for Pierce. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense. But this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Richardson. This taken in by Downs. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line.
23 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to claw one back. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Now, he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. They find some open field here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, 55 yards. And the Packers have got it on cruise control.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
McManus now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. Out is their quarterback with his offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 by.
Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard
To throw on 2nd and 10. Richardson. And he'll be fitted here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Down. Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers! Jaden Reed, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are pouring it on. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
70, ready.
On 2nd and 10, Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Ready. Yellow, 43. Cut.
Love now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Let's go. 45. Right. Set.
Here's Love. Touchdown! Jaden Reed on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers just continue to roll. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them.
And the Packers pick it up. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him. And
he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers extend their lead yet again. McManus's point after is good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
4th 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
Touchdown, Packers! Josh Jacobs, 56 yards. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And that now 6 rushing touchdowns for him. And that ties him with Alvin Kamara, who on Christmas Day of 2020 also went for 6 touchdowns. And this is quickly turning into one of the great individual performances in NFL history. McManus now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They got 29 yards that time. Well, up big with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
They'll run on first down. It's Lloyd. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Packers first
Let's go
down.
now.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marshawn Lloyd, 28 yards. And the Packers have got it on cruise control. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and they certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop the throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Packers pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Working to put a drive together. Following the fumble recovery, Willis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Willis will look to throw it.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Willis. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Number 22, Matthew Golden. A gain of 10 yards. And it's
3rd and 2.
Now Willis to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden from 19 yards away. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
McManus now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On the ground, DJ Giddens. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jones hit in the bullseye, and the Packers pick it up. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
Their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. Across midfield. And down right around the 37. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards.
And the Colts first down.
They look to throw now on first down. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now.
They'll start by running the option to right. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Come on, set.
They'll try the left side. Lloyd. And fights through one man. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Got it. Ready?
12 yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marshawn Lloyd ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run. Give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Colts take over.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
24-yard line.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Leonard. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 33. That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Set. Cougar knife. Set up.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
From the gun on third down. Leonard. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And able to get this out to the 25. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing to start the drive. Leonard. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now McManus for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Colts getting another possession here on offense.
27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Motion. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first three quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Colts on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And they will take over 1st and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one.
And he works free. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marshawn Lloyd, 64 yards. And the Packers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. It's out, it's loose, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The Packers offense set to go. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Let's go now. Ready.
On first down, it's Lloyd. He's still on his feet. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marshawn Lloyd, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go.
26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Up 2nd and 3.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Come on.
They'll run on first down. Lloyd. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marshawn Lloyd taking it in from the 20. And the Packers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now McManus for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Colts coming out now. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set. Viking 18.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8 as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Colts first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox.
A gain of a yard.
2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Packers.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers are now off to the races down the right side. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.
All right, y'all. Look like Green Bay knocked off the Indianapolis Colts. Their next game will be, let me see what they got for week 2. Okay, Green Bay will be taking on the Seattle Seahawks. This game will possibly be later on today. So I want to thank all who came through and viewed this game. Hope you like it. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. So in the next time, man, on the Madden, Grind Time 26, Green Bay.